Hey guys, my name is Gail Williams, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself before we get started. Um, I'm married to Johnny Williams, and some of you guys know him. We have two beautiful children, and one of them is married. We have a wonderful son in law and two lovely grand girls. So, on our journey, I grew up on a farm and my husband did not. And through our marriage, he thought he was living in the country when in fact we lived in neighborhoods and not in the country. And I kept trying to tell him, no, this is not the country. He goes, you can have a garden here. Well, one place, the first place. And then this last place we lived in a neighborhood that had HOA, houses were close, and it was not my bag. I loved living there. We had a great time living there, great memories. But I am very happy where we're at now. Wish we did have more land, but we have a best of both worlds. And we do have a little bit of land. We've been able to put in an orchard and been able to, it's a small orchard. Don't think it's some big, crazy, big thing. But we do have a little bit of an orchard. We have plenty of space to have some chickens and to have some garden beds. And if we needed to, we could actually, have a larger garden. And so I'm very happy about that. And so, just to give you a little bit of background about what motivated me to get started in herbalism and essential oils, aromatherapy, was a situation with my son. And I'm married to a junk food junkie. He loves the junk food. He has, over the years, gotten better, especially lately. He's really into nutrition and health right now, so I'm digging it. I'm really digging it right now. But back when our son was 12, about 12 years old, he was very into sports. Both our kids were into sports a lot, and one he was into football and other sports, but he was having trouble bleeding. And the Vanderbilt, the local hospital, we live near a major hospital, Vanderbilt University and hospital, and they put him through the ringer and just could not tell us what it was. They told us what it wasn't. They told us it wasn't cancer. It wasn't, some bad stuff that could have happened. But they still couldn't help him. And they made him stop playing football. They made him, just started restricting a lot of things. He had to go on a gluten-free diet. He had to do this and that. And nothing seemed to be working. So someone has suggested that I take him to an Amish iridologist up in Kentucky. And I thought, well, I don't have much to lose. He doesn't charge. And, well, let's just go. Let's go. So we went. And the first thing, the guy looked in his eyes, his name was Ruben, he looked in his eyes and he scooted back. He says, what has happened to this kid? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Nothing's happened to this kid. And my mom was sitting there and she made the comment, well, Gail, he did have spinal meningitis when he was a baby. And I was like, oh, yeah, he was in Vanderbilt for 10 days. He had spinal meningitis. He has to wear glasses today because of it. And um, he said, well, that's it. That's what it is. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, his organs on the inside look like prunes. They've been like traumatized. And his spleen's leaking. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I'm a medical transcriptionist at the time, and I'm like, spleen leaks is a blood filter. I'm thinking, could that be the reason he was bleeding? And he said he's probably leaking out blood before I could even say anything. And I looked at my mom. I'm like, he is leaking out blood. That's why we're here. And he said, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried about his spleen. He said, what I'm worried about is his heart. and I panicked. And so he began to, check him out, and he read his mail on all his symptoms. And uh, short story is he gave him a $4 bag of cayenne pepper, and within a week he stopped bleeding. This was a period of over a year, guys. Period of over a year. We struggled with this. I was floored. Okay, so how could a $4 bag of cayenne pepper do the trick and beat Vanderbilt University, one of the top in the world? And I was just floored. So at that point, I decided I had to change things. That was hard because we ended up starting with my niece a Hendersonville Coalition of Health, and we brought in doctors to speak about all kinds of things, including how the pharmaceutical industry worked and how doctors worked, and that they were not trained in nutrition, which shocked me, and that the colleges were funded by the pharmaceutical companies, which is a little bit of a conflict of interest to me. So there was a lot of things that I was learning, but to buy organic was financially hard. You just couldn't. And so you could buy one or two things, but you couldn't buy everything across the board, or your bill would be astronomical. So then it became, what do you put your money in? What do you truly believe? And although I believed, my husband wasn't so sure about it. So I had to compromise on some things. So I began this journey of learning. In the process, I began to get educated. I have become an aromatherapist, level 2. I can write prescriptions for aromatherapy, essential oils, so that is. And I also, become an herbalist, and just a lot of different certificates. Okay, I'm a little bit of addicted to getting certified in several things. And one of the things that I've been certified under several people, and I'm taking courses. I'm always taking courses, trying to educate myself better. And my goal is now to become sustainable. So not just do I want the education on how to do it and what to use, but I want to grow it myself, and I want to be able to be sustainable just for the future, for money purposes, for just for anything that comes down the pike. And some of the people that I have been certified with, taking the courses from, has been Elizabeth Heck. I've done several certifications with her, and I have done with Amy Fuel. I also have done with Doc Jones. So there is just honestly, being certified, there's no practicum, or there's no what am I trying to say, legal course that you can get a degree in this stuff. So you can go to reputable people and search that out. I do also study a lot of Rosemary Gladstar's work, because she's like one of the founders. That and Hoffman. There's several of them. So I will do a video on the books I use, and I will also try to get some a list of people that I follow in the future. But I just wanted to go over those things in this video, and just let you know who I am and what my why is. Why am I so passionate about this? Because since then, it's totally changed our lives in many, many ways. So I hope this kind of piques your interest, and once you to get down, go down that road of self-sustainability and of using natural products, because it is so well worth it. And I don't think you'll regret it. Thanks.